All right, hello. Let's make sure to get all of the tech issues out of the way. I've already had to fix one off screen. I am not fixing the chat. You guys can just enjoy the silliness of the cropped chat and now the lack thereof. We do have a very special chair today. As you can see, it has a very cool jacket on, so that's going to be exciting to see what they get up to. You know how it be. And hello, I'm in Austria. That's that. It's been a big old road trip for the last however many days. Ian, thank you so much for the resub.
Good morning.
Or rather, guten Morgen. Hello, it's so good to see you guys. It's been a big old road trip. We're on day 5 of the road trip. Well, day 4 of the road trip, day 5 of the holiday. And it has been such an adventure, but I have other people to tell you about that, so I'll let them speak on both of our behalves when they're here. They're just easing into it, like it just getting a little bit of mystery, making it out like whether or not they're real. Hi, Bunny, good to see you. I know. So actually, Coffee, the one who shall appear at some point, said that I must get that sign in the background, and I actually forgot about it this morning. I just chose here because that's where the light is coming in and we will actually be seen. I wanted to sit in the lounge, which is just behind here, but it's very dark. So I decided to sit here with the light, and then as I was faffing around, I was like, oh my god, the Wi-Fi! Anyway, so there is no Wi-Fi. However, I'm using just a hotspot off my phone, and I tell you what, I don't think I've had better internet in my entire life. I am in the middle of the most bizarre, tiny, like it's not even a village. It's just a house in the mountainside. I think I might be able to show you guys, but like I can see a snowy capped mountain just looking out this window here. It's crazy. And the road to get here was so windy, no lights. It's awesome. And the best thing is we got here quite late last night, and so we had no idea what this whole section was going to look like until we woke up this morning. So it's so lovely. How do you find the Austrian people? With my eyeballs. I have not climbed a mountain yet. We did a small hike in Slovenia yesterday. Were we still in Slovenia? Yes, we were still in Slovenia. But I do genuinely mean small. It was steep, but it was only about 20 minutes. However, that is the plan for today. So, thank you for the segue. It is not going to be a very long stream today. It is almost 9 a.m. already, and we got a long drive basically just to get out of the driveway, and then we're going to go find a mountain to conquer. So it's gonna be short and sweet, but you guys can at least catch up with my friend when she's here. She's just doing her thing, and then we'll yeah. So we thought we'd just chat a little bit about what we've been up to. Hi, Crossbow. Crossbow. Okay. So I will give a few things. Our first couple days were in Croatia, and this is why I got excited about Crossbow popping in. Beautiful country, absolutely stunning. I could not believe how gorgeous your country is. So thank you for sharing it with us, even though you didn't have a choice of me flying in. But I will say that the storms that Crossbow warned me of last week, I think the unintended result, maybe not, so much snow. It's now April. Why is there snow at this time of year? It's unprecedented. Yes, in these huge, massive mountains, I get it. But we were just in a village. We were just trying to drive to the coast, basically, from Zagreb. And then we were like, wait, is that snow? What the heck? And so it was just so bizarre. And not just like a little bit of snow, the entire village was covered. It was crazy. And I've never seen that before. So it was so exciting. I thought that I would have to wait until the winter before I got to see proper snow. But I just was like crunching and munching with my not snow boots. But when with snow, you must simply stomp. It was awesome. Yeah, weird winter spring. It was great. But before I go off on a massive rant about how exciting the snow was, I just want to say big hello. Thank you guys for or big hello for being here. I know I haven't said hi to everyone individually, but I do see you guys coming in. Thank you so very much. And especially with the kind of lack of schedule at the moment, you can blame Coffee for that one. She's the one who wanted to go to Croatia and Slovenia and Austria.
Sorry.
So, yes, I don't know if you heard the sorry, but she said sorry. And, you know, I simply had to come along. I was under duress, and so here I am, not streaming. But I did say to her, we have to go live at least once just to say hi, because I know a lot of you guys who are familiar with Coffee have missed her face. Thank you so much for the resub as well.
36 Dirty Sticks. Did you make a snow angel yet?
Oh my gosh, what is going on? Guys!
Hashtag blame coffee.
Yes, exactly. Hashtag blame coffee. That's the one. I did not make a snow angel. I don't think I will make one. I was too scared of just like the crap underneath it. Where's your coffee? Well, we're gonna get some coffee soon. Actually, Coffee is wondering where her coffee is. That's been a big issue. So we are, we're just getting our things. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. Oh my god! Quacka! Oh, goodness gracious. We got some hype. This is a time to come in. We're hyping. It's a hype train.
Hello.
So get on board.
Hello,
Come
hello.
onto the train and get over here. For those who don't know, this is Coffee. You can call her Coffee, Fee. Those are usually what we call her.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. So Coffee and I have known each other for a long time. Yes, but when I started streaming, I wrote Coffee into. I'm gonna come back a bit. I feel like I'm too far. Yeah, there we go. I wrote Coffee into live streaming with me a couple times. We've done an IRL here or there. Today we're just sitting in our accommodation, just hanging out, and then we're gonna continue our road trip, which is very exciting. So that is why we must continue the hype with Coffee herself. So I was just, well, you would have heard me. It's not exactly like I'm quiet. You weren't blonde in Melbourne?
What?
No, Coffee's always
I've
been
always
blonde.
been blonde.
Yeah,
Always.
Even
And
since
I
a
look
young one.
horrendous with dark hair, so I will never not be blonde, I'm afraid.
Have you tried it? Or like
With
the
like wigs
filters and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look.
No.
Okay.
I think I had shorter
hair.
hair in Melbourne, so maybe that's what you're thinking of. But
That's true.
it's
yeah.
still me. She hasn't replaced me with a different paid actor.
Yes,
I promise.
exactly. I paid big money to get her to Austria for this
Yeah,
one. So.
exactly.
So if you guys don't know Coffee, she has a regular job. She does regular things.
I'm a normal person. Boring.
But on that, she has gotten a job in Denmark.
Yes.
So I've not been able to hang out as frequently as we could over the last year and a half now.
Yeah. I've been there for a year and a half. But now we're in the same hemisphere. again.
Exactly. And so
And we can't just, pop around for a quick coffee.
no.
So instead, we just have to book week-long road trips through Europe.
Walking
it's
around
really
money
terrible.
for coffee.
Oh, I missed what the alert was. But yes, that'll go towards Coffee. I don't know what it said about Coffee, but we now have funds for Coffee. Thank you.
I don't understand the internet.
So whether for Coffee or for Coffee, thank you. I missed what the alert was.
But
My
thank
sounds
you,
were-
because yes, Coffee hasn't had coffee this morning.
Yes.
It is a big problem. So if I say something that doesn't make any sense, blame Coffee.
Exactly. Walking around money. There we go. So yes, that'll
Cute.
go. I will shout us Coffee as a thank you for coming on today. And so it's been exciting. But I thought we'll just chat a little bit about what we've done. As some highlights. We're actually more than halfway through. Hey.
I think yesterday was halfway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're just past halfway.
Yeah. So we met in Croatia. Going back a little bit. So when I told Coffee that I was officially moving to the UK, she was like, "Oh, well, Easter weekend, we can go on a trip then."
I mean, this is the only reason that I care about you moving.
Exactly.
To be my travel buddy, obviously.
Obviously. Thank you for the reset planet. And so I was like, hell yeah. No questions. I haven't budgeted for this, but we're doing it anyway.
Yes.
And so within, I think I moved early March, and now by the end of March, I already left the country, as it should be.
It's the European lifestyle.
Exactly. And so I think this is what I was saying to them before you. Now I'm going to blush because I'm just giving you the compliments. But the invite for the trip actually was very much cementing like why I want to be in Europe. And I think you've had a similar experience of being in Denmark and being able to I'll just pop over to Norway.
Exactly. And I think this is the thing though, when you've grown up at the end of the earth,
yes,
which is what Australia and New Zealand are.
Exactly.
Then being somewhere where you can just go to another country for a weekend?
Yes.
Like, what?
We have done 4 countries already, haven't we?
Yeah.
4 countries in
4 days.
So that is very exciting. Thank you guys also for all the resubs, the gifted subs, etc. The hype in general, that is very kind. We are very hyped ourselves, so that is why it's like, ah! But seriously, it's going to help me buy dinner instead of Coffee buying dinner.
Great. Sounds good.
Excellent. So basically, we landed in Croatia.
Yes.
And then we drove to the edge of Croatia.
To almost the edge of Croatia.
Yes, almost the edge of Croatia. Yes. And then we drove up to Italy.
Yes.
And then we drove and spent a lot of time, more time in Slovenia yesterday than I thought we would actually, because I guess our map
because we
changed.
I guess we started the day just across the Slovenian border.
Yeah.
And then we ended the day just across the other border.
Yeah.
So like most of the day was actually in Slovenia. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, and so we had dinner here in Austria, but that was,
It's delicious.
It was delicious. It was so weird. It was basically just this giant dumpling that they gave us.
Which they called a noodle.
Yes.
It wasn't a noodle.
It's called a noodle. It had like this tree in it. And so we had ordered pasta, and it was like thick dough pasta. So we're like, yeah, that'll be fine. They didn't have the one we were looking for. And so like, do you want to get what kind of we interpreted as a ravioli instead, just stuffed pasta? And then they just gave us one big stuffed pasta. It was excellent.
Yes, it was very, very nice.
And so it was a lot of fun, and then we got here. So we are currently nestled in the Alpine regions of southern Austria.
Alpine-ish?
Alpine-ish? Yeah, I don't know. Actually, this is something that we must look up, is where does Alpine sit?
Ooh.
What, like...
Chat will know. Where does Alpine start?
How
high
many
do you have to
meters
be?
high?
Is it purely an altitude definition?
Because I always thought it was, but I can't remember
so.
where it was. And then there's subalpine.
Yeah.
And then there's other, I don't know. There's, and then there's another one that starts with an M.
I got nothing.
Well, I totally do, so I'll let you mull on that trivia. Yes, mountains, exactly. Its geographical area, it's the Alps.
What?
Whoa! No, Alps are implying like, and then Alpine is I think it is the height at...
Yeah, I think that the term Alpine comes from the name Alps.
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't exclusively apply to Alps.
Anyway, these are the things that we discuss
know.
when we're in the car. I was like, I wonder.
We've had a lot of nerdy conversations in the car. There's been a lot of Wikipedia happening.
A lot of Wikipedia. But it's also exciting because I think neither of us know very much about this region.
No.
So like we've heard the word Yugoslavia before, but I don't think we really computed what that's disbanded into and the history
I didn't
of
realize
that.
how many countries were part of Yugoslavia.
Exactly. And so it's been really fascinating to see that kind of looking back at history and the changes. And so we were in Trieste for our Italy portion, and I had my first Italian pizza, and it was excellent. And then
And tiramisu.
and tiramisu, yes, and an aperol.
True.
And, and it's just been excellent. But the contested area of just like why and even just the peninsula of who had it at 1000s. We've tried to figure out how to say 1000s, 1000s.
Is it 1000s or is it
the
1008?
the
for example?
naughties? the OG,
The OG
real
naughties.
ones, real ones remember the real naughties. Relating to the Alps is what the Cambridge Dictionary says.
Fair
Wow,
enough, all right.
great. That so I guess it doesn't have to be an exact
A
height.
specific altitude.
But I'm telling you, there is a differentiation between heights, but that's for us.
Yeah.
We don't need them. We
We'll
can
figure
do
it out.
that.
We'll figure it out. But that does make sense, I guess. Kind of proves. Yeah. I'll accept.
Yeah, the early noughts. So not to be confused with like Britney Spears.
Yeah.
The first millennium.
millennium. Ooh.
Oh, but wouldn't that be
Wait.
the 0000s? The zeros to the wait.
Hang on. The first millennium.
Because it's like the first century is the zeros
Exactly.
to 99
So the first millennium is 0
to 999.
No, yeah. So it's the second millennium.
Yes, that won't get confusing at all. So
No, but that is the same problem with centuries, right?
Yes,
like
yeah.
we're in the 21st century right
Exactly.
now, which is confusing.
It,
so
it does.
same
It don't
problem.
make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was in New Zealand that me and Chat got on a big argument about counting centuries and
Yeah.
millenniums, and
Yeah.
I was like, you can't count zero. There's nothing there, so that's why the first century is year one. Anyway, it's like because yes, you can be like there is nothing, but there is something. Anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah. That's our road trip conversation for today. I think.
11th century, maybe that's a good one. I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
The 11th century. Thank you. That actually is helpful.
Yeah. All right, we'll take that.
Yeah. But in general, Croatia thoughts.
Just beautiful.
Stunning.
Just a good country.
Yeah. So
So not what I had expected.
yes. Yeah.
Which I think, as we said, like we'd sort of planned this trip around being able to go to Slovenia, and then we added Croatia on because it was easier to fly to Zagreb. And so there's that beautiful thing about when you're traveling somewhere and you don't have really high expectations, and especially because we weren't going down the coast to the main
like
touristy
Dubrovnik and
places.
all that,
Yeah.
where a lot of people were saying, oh, like, are you gonna go see the Game of Thrones set? And I was like, the Game of Thrones set? Like, where was that film? So that was not on our list at all. Actually, how did you choose Croatia? Because we were thinking of going up to the Baltics originally, and then we changed our mind to go to the Balkans instead.
We just got the wrong ones.
Yes, exactly. We're just learning the culture more.
No, I think for me it was more just because I've heard so many good things about Slovenia. That's been on my list for a while.
And that was
somewhere
our
I wanted
plan, was to
go.
be mainly Slovenia.
Exactly. And then I had thought about going in the summer, but I was a bit worried that there would just be lots and lots and lots of people. And so given that we had this week, I was like, oh, this could work. And then, Croatia was really because it was
the easiest one to
theoretically
fly into.
easier to fly there than
Yeah.
it was into Ljubljana.
Yeah.
Ljubljana.
Ljubljana. You do it better than I do.
No, I don't think I do. You
Well-
got complimented by my Croatian friend on how you pronounced it, so
You're better than me.
So yeah, it was beautiful. But like I said, I think when you don't have you don't have big expectations.
Yeah, or just expectations in
Yeah.
general, because we were like, we'll just kind of drive around.
Yeah, exactly. And then we just sort of picked a few places on the map and thought, oh yeah, let's just try some of these different spots. And then they were so beautiful.
So beautiful. I think that because yesterday we were driving in kind of I don't want to say hilly because they are
It was
mountains,
mountainous, yeah.
mountain regions, but it was very like green and lush and fluffy is how I call it.
Yeah.
And then so I think that's kind of what we thought we would run into in Croatia as well. Like it's springtime, we might see some flowers start to bloom. And then as we were driving towards the coast, kind of with a bit of a detour in Croatia, we're like, is that snow?
Where is it?
What?
And it wasn't just old snow, it was snowing.
It was snowing.
It was
hitting
snowing
the
as we were
windshield.
driving.
And so that was very exciting because I had never seen snow before like that. I've been in a mountain, but I was very young and that doesn't count. I mean like village snow for one moment. Planet, thank you so much.
Old man planet is off, my old back injury is killing me, and have a lovely day, Clement Coffee.
No stress. You must look after yourself. Thank you so much, Planet. Yes, go lie down, go look after yourself, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Planet. The Sky Ladder. I don't think I know the Sky Ladder.
No, what is the sky ladder?
Yeah, you can fill us in, Bunny, on the Sky Ladder, but that's not something that we've come across. I like how Croatia is shaped like a sea. It's like a Sesame Street dream. That is very
Maybe
cute.
that's the reason for why they stole all of the coast.
Exactly.
From Bosnia and Herzegovina. That makes sense.
Because we were, we don't know any, well, we started looking a little bit about the history of the divvying up of the borders. And
Especially around like the Istrian Peninsula
Yeah.
part, but we haven't quite got to to Bosnia.
Yeah, well, I guess because we're not going down the coast,
Yeah.
that's like, we've got other things to learn.
Yeah.
Um,
But it is on our Google list.
Yes, exactly.
Ever-growing Google list.
Unfortunately, we're not doing advice at the moment, Blunt Talk. But you know, if you wanna save your questions for afterwards, then we can certainly try and help you out. Otherwise, chatters, you're welcome to weigh in on that one, especially the women. Croatia is a small country, but you get everything. Yes, that's
exactly.
what we noticed. Yeah.
And we even felt, it's funny you say 4 seasons weather. We were joking about when we were at the top of the mountain, it was winter, and then we came down and it felt like spring, and then by the time we got to the coast, it was summer.
It was beautiful. We're literally
Yeah,
like
everything.
t-shirts like this. We're sitting in the sun and
Yeah.
just gazing out on the Adriatic Sea. I'm gonna
Yeah.
lock that in. I felt confident.
Yeah.
But then I doubted myself.
It's definitely the Adriatic Sea on the other side of the peninsula, so I think it comes into the middle part
maybe
as well.
one of the bays or something.
Yeah.
And so the
The 4 seasons. Funny.
that is very good. And yeah, so just having this very snowy winter wonderland in the
Yeah.
middle of spring and then summer on the other side. It just
Beautiful.
yeah. And then all the little towns.
That little town. That's so cute. And the
Thanks, Prosper.
people, every single person that we met was not just like polite and friendly.
Yes,
they
yeah.
went out of their way to be so friendly and helpful and curious. It was beautiful.
Yeah, so not only beautiful country, but beautiful people. It's
Yeah.
just been so such a good start to our trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was
And so
excellent.
it just felt very like we said, we didn't have any expectations. So to just be soaking in all of these new adventures and experiences and it be so welcoming and so inviting. I was like, yep, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So like living in Melbourne, but with better scenery. Well, on that, because Coffee's from Melbourne too. It's not to be confused with 4 seasons in a day weather. Like how if you're in one spot, you get rain and then you get sun and then you get wind. So I even remember saying it's not 4 seasons in a day, it's 4 seasons in a drive.
Exactly, yeah. It's when we changed locations, the weather changed so dramatically.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, who knows? Maybe if we had stayed in one location, I don't think we would have been in t-shirts in the snow.
No, I don't think so either.
Maybe it's possible, but I don't think so.
And so you can cross over seasons, but I wouldn't say that when you're just sitting here, it's like, oh no, like now it's raining.
Now it's windy.
Ooh, so both of us are coffee snobs. So speaking of Melbourne, which has better coffee?
What's the alternative?
So we've got Melbourne, and then I think that we could probably assume that we can do Croatia, and well, we haven't had a Slovenian coffee, so we can't compare that one.
True.
And then I was not a fan of the cappuccino in Italy, but that's because I'm not a cappuccino person.
Yeah.
But it felt
that's
right
fair.
to order.
Yeah.
And then our espresso in Opatia was fine. Like, I didn't have any thought.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah,
like,
it
it's
was
an
fine.
espresso.
I mean, we know what the answer is here.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not.
We're trying to dance
sort of
around
like,
it. It's like,
oh,
no,
no,
it's good.
there's
Melbourne
no question.
coffee
Melbourne.
is so good, okay?
Yeah.
It's just so tasty.
I think the thing that makes Melbourne coffee so good is that you can walk into almost any cafe
Yes.
with, you know, some level of standard, but pretty much any basic cafe, and you can get a good coffee. Everywhere else, like, we went to that fancy coffee shop in Zagreb.
Yes.
Which was nice, except
And
the
they-
choice of oat milk was wrong, which really
Yes, exactly. So we don't drink cow's milk really, especially in our coffee. And so I think the coffee itself, the beans, the roasting
good.
of it was good. But the oat milk, I was like,
it just had too much sweetness to it. It had added sugar or something to the oat milk, which was...
and then especially after a night of a lot of wine, I could not drink it. I took a sip and I was like, nope, not happening.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
happening.
That's fair. But I find the same in Denmark, that I can get very good coffee. That's fine. But I just don't have the same access to it, I suppose. I have to go out of my way a little bit more to get a good coffee and pay through the nose for it.
Exactly. And you know what? I appreciate your wording, because you said it's fine. And I use that a lot. And because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, women, when they say it's fine, it's like, no, it's as the word implies. It's fine. Like, it's
well,
okay.
you can also use it to say it's fine when it's not fine.
fine.
It's a versatile word,
but
I think.
but without the tone of being like,
Exactly.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But it is. It's fine. Like,
It's genuinely fine. It's just perfectly average.
perfectly average.
Perfectly average.
Whereas the average in Melbourne is good.
Yes,
and then you
exactly.
get excellent. So a lot of where we've been, this is in the UK as well, where it's like, it's fine, and then you can get good coffee. But like, my average was good for 10 years.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Hey, Nogans. Coffee machine for coffee speed. Well, you have a coffee machine.
It was the first thing I bought when I moved. I was like, I'm not. Also, because the coffee shops, especially on the weekends, don't open till like 9 a.m. Like, I'm sorry. What?
That is very surprising. I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah. On the weekends they open earlier, but still probably like on the weekdays, probably 7.
I guess because
7:30.
people are doing more of the like sit down for an hour. Maybe it is more leisurely. And you were saying that people in Europe often they like to sleep in anyway, right? They're slow.
It depends where you are. In Southern Europe, yes. In Denmark, not so much. Like, a lot of people start work earlier. Like, most of my office starts around 8.
Oh, okay. So work-wise, it's okay.
Yeah, people are still up and about.
Yes, we are on a hotspot, so there is going to be lagging. It will fix itself, so you just have to ignore it. There's literally nothing I can do. So
Sorry.
So yeah, the fact that we've even got connection where we are is fine. So it's just the hotspotting that is that will come in and out. I saw that it dropped some frames before, but I can see it's fine now. So Just FYI, that's gonna happen. But like I said, it's not gonna be a super long one today anyway. It's just to say hello.
Hello.
Long time no see indeed. But I think we've both had a little moment where, because we met in Australia, and so we just speak English together. But when we crossed the border to Italy, I was like, oh my god, my friend's so cool. And she's just ordering in Italian. She's like,
But you speak more German than I do Italian. She's been having full-on conversations with everyone.
So we've just been doing it back and
Yeah.
forth. But also it's funny because I think the first person that I spoke German to when we were here in Austria, Coffee was like, that's so cool. And I was like, she just asked if we need help.
Yeah,
And I said,
yeah.
no, we're all right. Like, it's so basic conversation. And same thing, we're like ordering at a cafe or something. But it's like, but it's still cool.
It's still fun when it's a language that you don't have any knowledge of.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I really don't know much in German at all, aside from basic words like danke.
Yeah. That's all
And
you
so
need.
when you hear someone just like putting it all together, you're like, wow.
Wow.
So cool.
9. Croatia. Oh yes, the Croatian coffee culture. Actually, the cafe that we went to, it was very cool, very bougie.
Yeah.
So I think that if you don't have oat milk, it would have been probably very good.
And the guy was so lovely as well.
And so he recommended places because he's like, best coffee, like you have to go here. The barista is just like an alchemist, and so that he was just praising them. So he's like, you have to go here because our coffee's so good.
Cute as well. He was like, we're not the best coffee in Zagreb.
Yeah.
We're in the, what did you say, the top 5?
He's like, yeah, top 5.
Yeah, top 5. But this one's better. Go there.
And he also said that he has met a few Australians in the past, and he's like, but very few, but very little.
But they always come to his cafe.
Hi, Alison. Good to see you. Actually, I do need to follow up. I was giving Coffee a little rundown on some of the plans that I've still yet to give to you, Alison. Especially now that Coffee and I are traveling Europe.
Exciting things are happening for
Yes. Well, if we can make them happen. So Coffee knows. I keep on being like, I need to tell Alison my thoughts. So yes, this has been like months in making. Anyway, that's for me and Alison. I'm getting distracted. Did the coffee live up to the hype? So the one in Zagreb, the coffee was good, but we had oat milk, which was not good.
Yeah.
And so those things did not blend together. So we are going to be going back to Zagreb. So I think we should try.
We should try the
We
other
should,
one.
yeah.
I mean, be rude not to.
I would. He was so nice. And he even was like, and this is what we mean by this interaction is not individual. He was just so sweet.
Yeah.
But he was, so Coffee was like, is it okay if we pay by card? And he's like, yeah, cash, card, a smile.
So
We were like, oh my god. And it was just so sweet. And even that small little like la 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 la, everyone we've interacted with has been like that. It's been so
Again,
lovely.
like I said, it's not just like the expected friendliness and politeness. Like the person that we got the car from, every cafe that we've been to, they've been giving us recommendations and ideas and chatting and suggesting things.
Yeah.
So it's been lovely.
Oh, food and wines. And so wines, I'm going to take Coffee to a winery. We just have to choose which one. Oh, no, we will go to the one that your friend mentioned. Yeah. So we are going to go to one that's just outside of Zagreb. But I don't remember, we had a few our first night. We had a few. We had a lot.
Whoops.
But that's the problem is I don't know what the names were.
They were all Croatian though.
Yes.
We had,
White wines.
all white wines. We had a Sauvignon Blanc, which I generally hate Sauvignon Blanc, but this one was good. And then we finished on a Chardonnay, and then the second one we had was a blend. That's all I know.
Okay. But I don't know what the names are.
But this is the thing, like, we were visiting a friend of mine who is from Croatia, and so she just orders things.
yeah.
She just talks to the waiter and food and wine arrives, and that was as much as I paid attention to. But then we've had.
Thank
I
you
thought
for
the wine that you had at lunch yesterday was lovely.
Yes, yes. So
was
that one I
nice.
do remember. That was a shop because I thought they said Chopin like
Yeah,
like
the
the composer, and so a Chopin because the S had the little symbol on it, and I was like I don't know how to say that. And that was nice. It was just very light and refreshing.
But it actually, I felt like it had.
But that was a
quite
Slovenian one, correct?
a nice sort of butteriness to it, despite
Yes, that's
being
right.
light, which was quite pleasant.
And so wines have been good. What?
We had some Prosecco in Trieste because
Yes,
the
yeah.
Prosecco region is like
So
7
close,
kilometers away. And that was nice. It was not mind-blowing, but good.
I will say that I haven't seen the prices of wine be cheap. No, not at all. So this is why I must take you back to South Africa because oh my goodness,
Dangerous.
and so the prices are still quite high, and that's for food as well. But I'm wondering
Yeah.
if wages or if it's tourists. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No stress, clam. A smile from those lovely ladies is worth a lot. Thank you. We paid by card.
We tried.
And food-wise, though, we've been pretty good about trying a
Yeah.
few things. A lot of pasta.
A lot of cheese, which
Have
amazing.
we eaten anything else?
I didn't realise how many truffles there were in Croatia.
Truffles! There are
Where
truffles
everything's
everywhere!
truffles,
I
which-
thought truffles are
amazing.
supposed to be rare, but they're just everywhere.
Yeah, and like good truffles too. Really good ones. So that was nice.
Yeah, and so it's we've been eating a lot of cheese, truffle, pasta.
Yeah.
What
That's
else do we
good,
need?
you know?
Like, what else is there? We had these weird they call them dumplings in Slovenia, but it was more like a pastry that was rolled up, and that was
It was
really
like
good.
like a savoury Swiss
Ooh, I
roll with a
haven't-
dumpling pastry. And then they had a filling of one with plain cheese, one with spinach and cheese, and one with carrot and cheese. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And then they were like rolled up and boiled.
So it doesn't look like a dumpling.
But it was delicious.
Delicious! And so, yeah, we've been eating very well.
Yeah.
And no complaints. Just trying to find as local as we can. Burek, I don't think so, because we're both vegetarians, so a lot of traditional stuff we actually can't eat.
Yeah.
So that becomes its own issue.
Yeah.
Let me out of here.
That's why we've been having a lot of cheese, because the only veg options are mostly cheese-based, which
because
again,
we're not vegan.
that's fine.
Oh, this one does
Yeah, I
look
think
like it might have
spinach one.
yeah. So we could have one without.
Is that from...
Oh yeah, I've seen this like the roll
Yeah.
kind of look.
But is that
It says Middle East, Southeast Europe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think if
Well,
that more
Crossbow's
down, like,
from
towards
Croatia, so I'm happy
Greece.
to
We
take
trust
the.
you entirely then.
That
Where
was
do we
not
get
very
the
good.
best-
Guess before picks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you'll have to give us more info. That's just what came up on Google. Just eat around the meat. Yeah, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, go have your guys' dinner. I know that's the Aussies are there. Do they mess with mozzarella sticks over there?
Haven't seen a single.
I feel like people just eat mozzarella.
Yeah.
Just like
Why do you need to put it in stick form?
yeah, exactly. I haven't seen a lot of that kind of deep fried
Yeah.
food. So a lot of pastries.
Yeah.
And variations of
Yeah.
pastries.
And boiled things. Like
Yeah.
boiled dumplings.
Yeah.
Boiled pastas. Yeah.
But like I said, we don't eat meat. So I know a lot of you guys are meat eaters. And so we kind of, there's like 70% of the menu that we just completely discount, and then about 15% that we realize, oh no, that's crab or something. So it becomes a lot smaller. But on that, actually, because we've been quite coastal, so much fish.
So much
So
seafood.
people who enjoy their seafood,
You will have the time of your life.
exactly, and they'll have like the meat section, and then it will be 3 pages
Yeah.
of fish and seafood. And I will say that within that, I have seen some interesting stuff, like octopus, for example. That is not very common in Australia. So there are some interesting things, but again, we don't eat it.
Yeah.
Croatia has currency transitioned to euro to inflation time, so
Yeah.
hit us hard, yeah. But we're finding that it's even expensive. It was expensive. Oh, we did go to very touristy places for Trieste. Well, not Trieste, but Trieste has
Yeah, we
its
were in
own
the
thing.
central part, and we did end up
And
in some
then
more touristy
we were
places.
in the Bled no, because it's not the national park, is it?
No, it's the Triglav
Oh yeah,
National Park still, I
Triglav,
think, something like that.
and so that is very touristy
but
as
Bled
well.
is like the one place in Slovenia that everyone goes.
Yeah, so I think that was
Yeah.
probably a
But
lot of tourist
actually, I
tax.
was still impressed. That's where we had those sort of
The
rolled
dumpling
dumplings.
things.
And yeah, it was expensive, but it was quite a fancy place.
Yes, yeah.
Right on the lake with gorgeous views.
And it's
so
no-
I actually would have expected it to be more expensive. Like I said, it wasn't cheap, but it was just not as expensive as I expected.
Yes, yeah, and so it's kind of what we've been paying the whole trip anyway.
Yeah.
So
pretty
it's
much.
it's not been
Yeah.
we've not been put out by the tourist areas, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you full? Yes, we are full vegetarian, both of us. Glad to hear you guys are having a great time. Thank you. Yes, go get some rest. I'm glad to hear that you are going to try and get some sleep. But it's so nice seeing you pop in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I liked fish. Boba is Kiwi as well, so that's why it's fish.
Nice.
Tarakihi, there we go. Slovenia is small, you can't miss Bled, exactly. So.
Exactly. It would be a crime not to go there.
And it was
But
gorgeous.
also, everywhere else that we've been in Slovenia has also been really beautiful. Like, we went to another lake beforehand, which was also stunning. So I would also say you don't want to just go to Bled, because the whole country is beautiful.
Surely I gotta at least show a photo.
yes.
Let's see if we have anything from Bled. Surely when we did our mini...
Oh, I took some. Where's my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket.
That's alright, I can do this one.
You got one?
Yeah, this will do. Oh wait, I'll
Nice.
do the... I will rotate. I know this is kind of unceremonious, but... But that is Bled, so you can see the lake and then the mountains. And then if I do this, you can see the cute little island.
It's so
I know it's not
pretty.
focusing, but I will put it in the Discord.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see some photos, maybe I can do like a little... I think I'll leave Croatia till the end because we're going back to Croatia. But maybe I can
But
do
we're
a
also
little
going
like...
back to Slovenia.
Oh gosh. Anyway, at the end of my trip, I will put some in the Discord and we can have the Croatia, Slovenia, and Austria photos, and you guys can check them out there.
Perfect.
Most women kind of Bled roughly once a month. Well, you know, it's
But I'm ching.
it's something that we just feel like we.
Yeah. Do you know what? If
Can't
I
go
got to
back
go there once a month every time I had my period, I'd be
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, please, thank
I'd
you.
be a lot less grumpy.
Exactly. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm big fan. Trieste, which is the Italian city that we just went to because it was crossing the border mainly.
Yeah.
That was very grand.
Yes.
So I think comparatively, we've been in quite a lot of these small. Well, Zagreb was a it was a functioning city, but I wouldn't say it was bustling or like.
No, I was surprised at how
huge.
quiet it felt, to be honest.
Yeah, it was cozy. I liked it.
Yeah, it was cute.
You might be landlocked. Oh no. But Trieste was like we got there and it was just wow.
Yeah.
Huge buildings, all of that like concrete, and then so much like inlays with
Opulence.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Hello, Benham. And so that was very like.
And I think also it would have been interesting what our experience of that was if we'd arrived in Trieste, because I think we got there after spending 2 days driving around these tiny little villages everywhere, and so then it was a bit like, well,
Yeah.
this is a big city now.
Yeah.
Whereas if we had started there, I wonder if we wouldn't.
Yeah,
have
we're just
thought
oh yeah,
about
it's like you've flown in here. It's the just big hub, and then you exit the city.
Yeah.
Trieste is a historically important city. Yes,
We learned.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we were looking at of just the contested areas
And how many different empires have had it at different times, and also how it's still so important. Apparently, like it's one of the big ports for all of like Central Europe, basically. So.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, so that's the pricing. But now we haven't done a proper hike. We did a little kind of walk just to kind of get a nice view of the lake. And the first days, I was quite happy with just our driving. We went to some of the villages. The national park that I wanted to go to was closed, so we couldn't go there. But that's okay. We went to kind of the little villages around it, and that's where all the snow was, so that was exciting in its own right. Thank you for the follow. And then so it was kind of nice to just drive through the scenery, and then now we've done, I think, a lot more stopping than the first day. We did a lot of driving the first day.
Yeah.
But we haven't done a proper hike because we've had to continuously move and be somewhere new.
And every time we've planned our route, we've been like, right, to get to our next accommodation, it's only a 2-hour drive. That's fine.
Yeah, it's only 2
So
hours.
let's add lots of different places and detours to go, and then suddenly it turns into a 7-hour drive. Whoops.
But when in Europe.
Exactly.
And so here we are, we thought we'd take a little bit more downtime, and so we're going to go find ourselves somewhere to actually climb and work
Do a
up.
proper walk.
Work up a sweat unless it's too cold, because that was the only thing I was wondering, if where we're planning on going, if it will have any snow, but I don't think we'll be quite that high,
Yeah.
but we'll find out.
We'll see. We'll see. We've avoided anywhere that we might get into a situation where we actually need snow chains.
Yeah.
Or snow tires or anything, because we don't have those. So,
Yes,
but maybe.
we'll see, we'll find out. We have not been pickpocketed,
Touch wood.
touch wood. Croatia, I'm not gonna speak for the whole of Croatia, but our experience, and this is again the like survivor bias.
Yeah.
our experience in Croatia specifically, very like
It felt super
Safe.
safe.
Yeah.
It felt very, very comfortable.
we were even saying at one of our places that we stopped in at the coast, we got there quite late and we're walking through this like dark alleyway, and even then we just didn't feel unsafe at all.
Yeah. In fact, we talked about the fact that despite being in a dark alleyway, we felt so unusually safe. Because it was one of those little European towns where where it's on a hill, so they have lots of little walking paths through the city. So it's kind of designed in a very different way. It's not just some dodgy back alley.
Yeah, and so it's and even just people are pretty relaxed about leaving their cars around, and so
I did see in Trieste as well. Have you heard about how in parts of Italy they leave their keys in the car because they have to double park? And so they leave the keys so that people can just move their cars to get them out. And I did, when we were walking to our to the car yesterday, I saw a couple that had double parked, and they just left their keys there to be like, move my car if you need to get yours out. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because I do remember that car who was trying to parallel park. It was like,
yeah.
so that would be a good example of if someone left their keys, they could just kind of
Yeah, you can just move it a little bit.
yeah, just
Makes
a
sense.
little bit. Yeah, Croatia has defeated crime. You heard it here.
It doesn't exist.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But genuinely, like we said, even just the people being so friendly, it felt very safe.
Yeah. And I am mindful that we're not here in the peak season, which I think is when you tend to get more congregations of people and tourists, and that probably brings out more pickpockets and things.
More opportunistic.
Yeah, exactly. But we've been okay.
Yeah, and Trieste was fine as well.
Yeah.
Like, it was a big city, but you don't have you're not like holding yourself when you walk past someone. It's just a hustle bustle city, and we've only been in like a couple lakes in Slovenia, so we'll see what that's like because we are staying in Ljubljana.
Nice.
So we'll see what that's like when we get there. But
I think it'll be fine.
yeah, I think it'll be fine as well.
I don't think it'll be a big.
Yeah, it's
We'll see.
not like
Touch wood.
it's not like Paris or London.
Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, London's almost the worst for
Yeah,
it
London's,
nowadays, isn't it? Like, you
crime
can't
is
have your
so
phone
high.
out in your hand.
So we haven't had to worry about these things. But also, like I said, there could be survivor bias. If we got pickpocketed on the first day and we're like the first person in years to do it, we'd be like, you can't go to Croatia. It's so
Awful
unsafe.
place.
Yeah. And so that's why anecdotal evidence versus anything else is important to be aware of. And confirmation bias. Coffee is lucky she's with Clem. That face would scare off most muggers. Exactly right. Tourist season is opportunistic, but I think we handle crime really well compared to other cities. Very good. Glad to hear it. So yeah, it's just been good. And what else do we have planned? We want to go for a climb. We want to find something else more Austrian, I guess. Maybe another beer. And we haven't actually planned our second half of the day. I think we were kind of like, we'll see what time we wrap up.
Yeah. Because I think, from what time we wrap up here, we maybe go and get some brunch somewhere, go for a hike for a few hours.
Yeah.
That'll be then mid-afternoon. That's 3:00.
Yes, exactly. So it'll be nice and easy, and it'll be nice to see this area in the daylight.
It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. Everything here is so pretty. I can't believe it.
I just love mountains.
Oh, we could go yodeling.
We could go yodeling. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're nice and safe. Yeah, I play the lottery. Why doesn't everyone play? It's so easy. You can become a millionaire. And then we're heading back to Slovenia tomorrow. So
and we need to plan a little bit more. Our route yesterday changed slightly because
some road closures, or what we were concerned might be road closures.
Road closures and heavy snow and stuff. So what we actually did yesterday, we planned to do tomorrow. So now we need to decide what to do tomorrow.
So
we'll get there.
In terms of where we are in Austria, we're actually not going to any of the main cities. So we kind of decided that we'd go to Austria just because we wanted to cross the border.
Because I wanted to hear her speak German.
Yeah, and that's also why we went to Italy. We're like, we have to go to your country.
My country.
Your country. We had to go to my country, but in terms of the language, we're like, we'll just do it because we were planning to be mainly Croatia, Slovenia, and then we're like, well,
and also because it still excites us that you can just drive across a border into another country. Like,
we can't do that in Australia and New Zealand.
You can't even drive across some state borders in Australia without being pulled over and having to go through a whole quarantine thing. So it's pretty cool.
And so we are just on the southern border, or the Slovenian border. So I'd say like Villach is the kind of
closest.
We didn't. We're in a tiny little village, so we don't know what that city is like or if it even is a city.
We
but
skipped it.
we just went straight to our what do you even call this? Homestead? No, that's for the richies.
How many families do you think live here? I think there's the people who live in where we're staying.
Yeah.
I think there's only one more.
Yeah.
Maybe two more. There's another house on that side. So maybe there's 3 houses.
So it's not a village. Oh, a hamlet? What's that mean? Maybe it's a hamlet. Let me look
What
this
is
one up.
required for it to be a village?
I'm so glad you asked.
And we're nerding out again. Cold grounds.
So it needs to have, I can't remember the village, so we will double check it. But I know that the towns have to have a congregation place, so usually a church or but this is English.
Is that still the case though? Because I know there used to be rules around this. It used to be that if you had a steeple, you were a city.
No, so there's also
changed.
the British. So I only know it through the British lens.
Yeah.
And so a city would only become a city if the king declared it so. And so it meant a lot because it's we've got the favor of the king, and so now it's loosey goosey because who does that? But through that British lens, the towns have a church and a town hall, city hall and a congregation, and then sometimes they'd get the monarch to be like,
Now you are a city. Yeah, okay.
And then I don't know if it has to have a green, but the village I think usually has some sort of congregation, like a community center. So usually that's the church.
So like the places.
But I have to double check. And then a hamlet is more like residential.
Yeah, more like something like this. So the places that we drove
Colt Grounds,
through
exactly.
on the way up.
Oh, it just comes up with the bloody play. So we'll look that up, yeah. But the places we drove through.
Which were maybe collections of
Thank you, Tyson.
20 houses?
Hope everyone is keeping well.
Thank you. I hope you are well as well. That is very kind. Yes, a church, a well, but no Starbucks. Yeah, a city is when it gets a Starbucks, when an American conglomerate declares
So there
it so.
are a lot of cities in America.
Yeah.
And not many cities in Australia.
Thank you, Luke. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, get out of here. We don't want to be a city. So there are differentiations, but I think that there is something.
Whoa.
Oh God! Yeah, there's just this giant logging truck, and this road of like.
The road is like one-way gravel road zigzagging up the mountain like this, and there is a
Full like 5 ton or whatever. It's just crazy. A city, but at what cost? Yeah, Shakespeare would know what a hamlet is for sure.
I would expect so.
The site where the incident happened. And so we will nerd out over that over brunch. And then we will figure out where we are. It kind of feels like if a place like this in Australia, first of all, they wouldn't necessarily build on, like, we're literally built into a mountainside.
I think the other thing that's interesting, if this were in Australia, we'd be much more spread out. You wouldn't have 3 people choosing to live next to each other. You'd be like, fuck off. I'm going to live further away. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like hamlet works.
Yeah. Because it looks like a farm on a hill.
Yeah.
And they look like barn houses. And then you get the views of the Alps. But then there's just like random...
Yeah,
barn
is there any
houses.
actual farming?
It doesn't look like
doesn't
it,
look
no.
like there's any crops or animals or anything like that. So
where I live, we joke you are city if you have 2 traffic
lights.
That's cute. That's very cute. Are y'all in America now? Close. Like there's like it's pretty close. We're in Austria. So it's like
starts with the same letter.
Yeah. I think mountains naturally squish homesteads. Homestead, I was thinking because but I was like, is a homestead? I don't know if I'm using that word because of Bridgerton, and that's what like fancy people have.
See, I think homestead from an Australian perspective, or even like, I think of it as kind of
It's
the
definitely
colonizers
residential.
would come to Australia, parts of Africa as well. You'd have the big homestead on a sort of a station or a big farm kind of thing. I don't think I'd call these a homestead.
No.
Or like the south of
yeah.
America. That's where I think of homesteads.
Oh, okay. I'm not well versed in the word. Shall we promenade the homesteads? Yes. Shall we take a promenade? Make sure to bring what do they call it? It's not an escort, like, because that means something else.
All right.
Where they like have to a
chaperone.
Chaperone, yes.
Yeah.
Make sure to bring your chaperone. Self-sustaining property.
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah, because so
a better description.
where we are, we've definitely gone through touristy areas. Not that one, Boba. We've definitely gone through so we've gone through villages, which are very obvious, like people live there,
Yes.
and it's not touristy at all. And we've been avoiding toll roads, so we get forced through them as well. And then the little like area we're in now, we're got to figure out what that is. But we have been through touristy areas, and especially when we're in Bled and that kind of national park, Triglav Park, like that was very obviously holiday homes, and they're built, and you could see more being built for the purpose of tourism.
Yeah, like B&Bs.
but this one, you know how like on Airbnb there are a whole bunch of places that are just in random locations. This is one of them, and so we've got such a beautiful view. I can understand people who like the country living, because that's the thing, is we're living. We're staying where they live. We're just in like a section of their house, and it is cordoned off. We get our privacy.
It's just like the second floor they've turned into a
flat, basically. And so I don't know how many people they would get here. But
well, they had a booking the night before we arrived that cancelled, so maybe they get quite a few.
There we go.
I don't know.
And so it's been the air and the B&B, lots of open air. Exactly. If the two of you could grow real hair, what color would it be? So I guess if we were to grow real hair, because this is not our real hair. I actually don't have the ability to grow real hair. So, but if we could,
if I could,
I think blue. I think it would match your hair. Yeah, match your eye color.
I'd go with that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Because why not? I'm from the South in America. Sounds kind of similar with less mountains. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Airbnb, you fancy pants. Are you staying at altitude? Yes, I think that we're several hundred meters up, which would be easily at 1,000 feet. But I don't.
Well, when we were
know how high
driving
we are.
yesterday, we were at 800 meters, which is about 2,000 feet, I think, from what I saw on Google.
So it's high.
Where
We're in southern Austria, Steves. My lord, that is where we are currently based. And so if you want to look up the village or called Villach, I'll put it in the chat.
Found you.
Found you! Hi, Nightling. Good to see you. If you guys want to Google this one, that's where we are. Sort of.
We're close
That's where we're close to. And
I think we're at about 800 meters currently.
yeah, I didn't think we would get up to 1,000.
No. And it's not snowing here, so we're not too high up.
But I was trying to figure out how high. But 800, that feels that feels good.
I believe that.
Yeah. And then feet would be triple
2,600.
Whoa, okay. So that is about the altitude we are staying at, and then we have to drive out, so we'll go down, and then we'll drive up to go.
We
find
did a
our
lot of
hike
up
as
and
well.
down yesterday.
No, I'm sorry that you're struggling with insomnia, but yeah, we thought we'd just pop in and say hello. And then we have to learn some Slovene, is how they say it, or Slovenian.
You can
also
say
works.
either, I think, Slovenian or Slovene.
Because that's where we're going to
Yes.
be. We can send our postcards to be like, yes, and we will not receive them, but that will, or rather, we can send our postcards from Villa.
Yes, that makes sense.
When we find our way to a cafe. Close in Europe, meaning in USA, 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
It's close, exactly.
Australia's the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why we're like, we'll just pop over, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's like cruising around the Alps. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. Like 50 meters above sea level. I knew you were getting higher. What can we say? Went on holiday. We just gotta let loose a little bit. Do you have anything else you want to add? I think it's just
Just
been a good
how
time.
lovely it's been having Clem to myself for a whole 5 days.
And
so
still
far.
more.
We're still going.
It's been so good.
It's been the best.
Yeah, and it's been so nice when we're just driving and we're like both share that same like, oh, what's that? What do you think this is? And I think we have a similar mindset where when we're curious about something, we like to make a guess on why.
Talk about it, hypothesize, and then Google.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's been a lot of fun. And then yesterday we were just being, because we had a little bit more downtime. So we were just doing like our Wordle equivalents where it's like, oh, do you know global? Oh, do you know this one? Do you know time guesser? And so then we were just sharing and showing each other the different silly little games. And it was so much
Very
fun.
nerdy.
It was good fun though. Is it as cold as the south or colder? So it's not too bad here.
No. It's cold like when we're up in the mountains. Like it was a bit cold last night, but not freezing. You know, like with a jacket on, you're okay.
There's been a lot of wind, so that's been quite tough. But if without the wind, even now, if it's not windy outside, it's kind of like, oh, like
Yeah.
You can feel it, but it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've got your t-shirt on. You could probably just put that on. I've just got like a little cardigan on, and then we have an overcoat that we sometimes use if the wind is coming in. But it's been fine.
Yeah, it's been very manageable.
And and then the coast had the sun. Oh, and speaking of the sun, our sunsets have been so
amazing,
so gorgeous. The color is
first
insane.
one was so good because we were driving through the mountains in Croatia, and we were like driving through the snow, and we kept looking at the maps, and it was like, we're half an hour away from the coast. And we're like, what? We're
How?
not seeing the coast. And then we came around this bend,
And then up,
in the
like it
mountains.
was like up a little bit, and then it kind of chips
And then
off.
suddenly the whole sky was just orange. We could see the water and the islands, and it was so
And it was so
stunning.
cute because we were like climbing this, like, where's the ghost? And then both of us just go, wow. And so, and then we're just like, oh my God. And then in Trieste, like, they basically have a port where you can and so many people just stop to watch the sunset. And that was so gorgeous.
beautiful.
The colors are very, very pretty. So,
Yeah.
we were driving yesterday with sunset, so we might have to try and find a nice place to watch
Yeah.
it. We'll find where the sun rises and sets, because we were thinking about maybe even watching the sunrise.
Yes.
So we'll see where that's coming from. Oh yes, the full moon. Was that last
Ooh.
night? I feel like I looked up in the
no.
sky. It was very cloudy yesterday, admittedly.
And
I
it is today as well, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I did look up and I saw a lot of stars. And I was like, oh yeah, there would be so little light pollution out here. But I did not see the moon.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like if it was a full moon and I didn't see the moon, that's probably
That's
indicative that it was too
we
cloudy.
we saw it in Trieste.
Yeah. And it was almost full,
It was like, you could tell it was a day or two out. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I
Hey.
found coffee. So it's just been great. The average temperature, I think, has been around 10 degrees
8
Celsius.
degrees, 10 degrees, yeah. Like, not that 2 degrees.
Apparently where we are, it's 2 degrees Celsius.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does.
But also,
we're in the Alps.
temperatures in Europe are different to in Australia.
Yes.
Because I think that, like, 5 degrees here feels like 12 degrees in Melbourne. It feels much colder in Melbourne. So when I've looked at temperatures here and been like, oh my God, that's so cold. I mean, it also has been cold at times in Europe. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yes, the sun rises in the east, but we did need to find which way that is in, like,
Where we are,
where's
basically.
north.
And then
Yeah, so you do
what
raise a good
time
point.
we see it when there's mountains? Because we can't see the horizon.
Things we will find out. The moon
interesting.
is pink and the astronauts are going to check it out. Hell yeah, I'm so
Nice.
glad. Yes, we are in the Alps. We're in the southern Austrian Alps, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that.
And yeah, it's just been good. It's been
It's
good.
been so much fun.
So much fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we got to look to where Gandalf rides from exactly. And Juliet is the sun. Very
Aw.
cute. Arlo, good to see you. I hope you're settling into your place okay. But I think that I keep on getting notifications to run an ad break, but I've been dismissing them because I am conscious of us needing to make ways. Like I said, it was always going to be a short and sweet one. And so... that's why I said, do you have anything else to add? No. Oh, yeah, but I will say this for myself. Boba said, why don't you always stream together? Start a podcast. and then Stirring Shit said, what, Clem didn't want a podcast with you? What's up with that? No, I've said to Coffee for a long time, I've wanted to podcast
We were
with
literally
her.
talking about it just the other night.
Oh. But Coffee is not a content creator.
Nope.
And that's okay. You know, we get...
I'm a boring normal person. Sorry.
And it's great, and that's why we love her when she comes on, because it's like, oh my my God, surprise coffee. What a wonderful, wonderful treat. The treat.
Oh.
So we won't divulge on this, but we've been discussing if there are any cakes that are not desserts and what defines a dessert. That's not for you, that's for us.
Again, most people would be utterly exhausted if they're listening to our conversations all day because they are so pedantic.
No, these guys are at least the people who do
you're the right crowd
appreciate
for
it.
them.
I hope the trip is amazing. Thank you, Phil. Very much appreciated. Yeah, coffee is the content, exactly, instead of creating. So it's just good. But, she'll pop her head in from time to time.
Yeah, especially now that we're back in the same hemisphere, we can actually do this.
Exactly. So basically, if I get the pod going, then we can get coffee in as a guest, and I'll just have to fly over to Denmark to just be like,
how terrible.
You're not a content creator, but let's do this for the third time this month. So we're going to call it there, guys. Thank you so much for joining in on a little, a check-in, I guess.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to
Yes.
see you all again.
Oh, actually, I do have something. How's Denmark? Just a little... Are you happy?
I am.
Good.
Yes, it is a very good place to live. Copenhagen's beautiful. That's
Good.
great.
Hello. Yes, it's pizza a sandwich. It's all of those kinds of linguistic words.
Yeah,
It's just fun. But thank you guys for tuning in and just saying hello. And then we have to learn Slovene hello. Is it
Zdravo?
Zdravo, yeah,
I
Zdravo.
think.
Oh, Crossbow! If we say Zdravo, does that sound okay?
Yeah, how bad is our pronunciation?
Let us know. So I will make sure to put up some photos in the Discord if you guys want to see any of those photos. Coffee's been taking some with her fancy camera as well, so it'll be a lot of fun to finish off our trip. There won't be another stream until after the Easter weekend. We've decided. We talked about it, and just with the next few days, we don't have an opportunity like this where we can sit down. I'm not currently doing any portable IRL streaming until I'm able to get that properly up and running. So no stream until after the Easter weekend, just as a heads up. But I do appreciate you guys popping in today. And if you guys are tuning in late, you can join in and go and watch on the YouTube. And there's the next warning for a Twitch ad break. So we'll make sure to end it there. Back in the UK, Easter Monday. When does the road trip start? It started several days ago, so it's fine. Hygge. Okay.
Hygge. Yes, of course
Hygge.
I know Hygge.
Oh, okay.
Hygge it's actually a big deal in Denmark as well.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right. You'll have to tell me what
I'll
that
tell you
is.
about it afterwards.
Okay, so we're gonna end before the ads hit. So thank you so much, Auf Wiedersehen, and all the other languages.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
I don't know what it is in Croatian or Slovenian.
much love, everyone.
Nice to
Enjoy
see you all.
the rest of your week. Enjoy your Easter weekend, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye. See you later. And then we just have to end this one.